When I was growing up, I had a tendency of talking about cousins all the time, and a lot of people in the black community can relate to this. I would talk about cousins and hanging out with a lot of my cousins, and my grandmother would often say that it's certain people in your own family that you have to cut off, even if it's blood relatives, you got to cut off. And she said the only people that are really family anyway is your immediate family, like, you know, your dad, mom, sister, brother, that sort of thing. And she said, don't come at me with none of this cousin crap, because cousins ain't really family members. And she was just talking about how, like, if you in jail or you need family to turn to in a crisis, or you really need somebody to be there for you, it's only going to be your immediate family members. That cousins aren't really family members. And, you know, when I was young, my mother and my grandmother, my dad also would tell me that when you get older, you don't see where we coming from now, but when you get older, you get grown and you become an adult, it's going to make sense to you. So with all that being said, with age comes growth and development. Your way of thinking and your outlook and opinions and views on the world evolves the older you get. And with all that being said, man, this is why I choose to turn my back on black women. I mean, I'm not saying positive, respectful black women, which is the extreme minority, because like I said, 80 are no earthly good. Ghetto terrorists, weave wearers, hood rats, baby mamas, the type of disgruntled mental patients we see on World Star Hip Hop. This is why I'm so pro interracial dating. I don't see why black men are just on YouTube making all these videos trying to wake up black men. I think we just need to change course. I think it's redundant at this point. Obviously, black women are who they are. This is the generation we're in, and I said it all along. Black women continue to prove me right. This is the hood rat era of black women. They're everything that we said they are. Tattoos, weave wearers, disgruntled. Even when black women are confronted with facts and even when they're confronted with facts to prove that everything that we're saying is right, they just want to remain combative, stubborn, and angry and aggressive, and they just want to attack you for even mentioning it. They act like you done something wrong. So this is the type of people that we're dealing with, the Terminatrix. I'm the one that sent Tommy Sotomayor the Beast video. So it's just like my grandmother told me. It's common sense, people. If you cut people in your own fucking family off, which are blood relatives, why don't you think, using an ounce of common sense, why don't you think I wouldn't cut people off that I don't know that aren't related to me? Just because somebody got a similar skin tone as I do, like I'm supposed to like have sympathy for a person that don't want to better themselves? Just a poor group of disgruntled people that don't have morality, don't encourage doing the right thing. I don't want to have anything to do with a group of people like, I don't want to associate myself with a group of people like this. And this is the majority of black women, and it's hypocritical on so many levels that black men keep making these fucking videos, because once again, it's common sense. How can you on one hand say you don't love a hoe, or you talking about saving hoes and simping and being a mangina and simping up the women, but then you turn around and you contradict all that by making video after video trying to wake up hood rats? That's the same fucking thing. That's like saving a hoe, or you on some simp mangina shit, because we know just off top, I don't even got to get into all the statistics and the numbers. We know 53% of black women got fucking herpes. That 60% of black women had kids by multiple different men. Which, and I'm going to just go on and throw it out there. It is what it is. The majority of black women are fucking hoes. Y'all can't talk about white women and no other race of women having the most STDs. And you talk about, well, we getting them from black men. No, it's not. Once again, this is a theme throughout this video. Once again, we talk about common sense. The reason black women have so many STDs at a higher rate other than women of other races is because black women are more promiscuous. Like I said, 60% of black women had kids by multiple different men. So that means you gotta be a nasty ass bitch to be fucking two different men at the same time, and you conceive a child and you don't know who the father is. When it's between one or two different men and it's up in question on who the father could possibly be. Because like I said, 60% of black women had kids by multiple different men. So if y'all trying to use that, because black women never acknowledge when they're in the fucking wrong. That's where this whole gender war came from on fucking YouTube. So even when presented with this, it's going to be some combative, angry, sassy, get you told, weave weird, tatted up, beastly broad that's gonna try to combat that with her own answer and say, nigga, it's because it is. Nah, bitch, 60% of you nasty ass bitches let different men bust nuts in you and y'all get pregnant and don't know who the fucking father is. Yeah, you fucking black man, if you get an STD, it's from a black dude, but the reason you contracting STDs is because y'all live in high risk lifestyles by having multiple sex partners. That's common damn sense. But anyway, man, like, I just call for black men on YouTube to change course. Look, the definition of insanity, Albert Einstein said it best. The definition of insanity is to continuously repeat the same process over and over without getting a result. If you keep beating the shit out of a dead horse and it's not moving, it's dead. Leave it be. And like I said, like my grandmother told me when I was a kid, it's certain people in your family that you got to cut off, and these is blood relatives. So why are we trying to wake up a group of bitches that aren't gonna we're never gonna meet just because we happen to be the same skin tone or whatever? These bitches are a lost cause, man. They are who they are. Like I said, they're disgruntled, bitter, angry, they got attitudes, they lack any morals, they promiscuous, they loud, angry, aggressive, tattooed up, weave. This is the kind of people that we dealing with. Rats, hood rats, baby. I refuse to associate myself with people of that caliber, you know. So with that being, I said all that to say this: we need to encourage black men to explore the options of non-black women. That's the route we need to go. And for the people that are going to beat the last drum that they can beat with the not all black women like that, so many videos been made about that. That's a failed argument, and that argument has been shot out of the sky so many times that doesn't even hold water or fly anymore. It may not be all, it may be a couple scattered few black women here and there in the extreme minority. It is what it is, man. If one bad apple spoils the bunch, if 85 to 90% of the apples are bad, it's a lost cause. It's time to chop bait, say deuces, and we need to go on a different path. We need to talk about black men finding refuge. Well, I'm not gonna. That's the wrong terminology and the wrong phrase I want to use. I don't want to say take refuge or talk about taking cover. We shouldn't even look at it like that. We should look at a woman. A good woman is a good woman, period. We need to talk about non-black women. All right, and a lot of black men. And this is the reason why this whole YouTube gender war came into effect anyway, because a lot of these black men grew up with this simp mangina mentality of you have to find a good black woman first. And my whole thing is, when my father raised me, a woman is a woman, period. Pussy is pussy. I never grew up with a mentality of you have to date a black woman first mentality. Y'all niggas got to get out that shit, man. But yeah, like I said, cut these bitches off, man. This shit is fucking redundant. It's repetitive. These bitches not gonna wake. You're not gonna wake a fucking hood rat up. It's impossible. Follow your own advice. Stop being hypocritical. If you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, you can't marry a hoe, you're not gonna wake up a hood rat. You're not gonna reach them. Alright, you can't. And most of y'all in line when it comes to talking about hoes and shit and saving bitches and all that. You're not supposed to save a bitch. You're not supposed to simp up and be a mangina for these fucking black women. But be consistent with your message across the fucking board. I think it's safe to say black women are who we thought they were. They're not going to wake up. It is what it is. If you smart, if you have some semblance of intelligence about yourself, if you had any kind of social awareness of what the fuck was going on around you, you would say the same thing. I'm teaching my son. It is what it is. I'm teaching my son to go the course of non-black women. He's going that route when he grows up. Thank God at an early age he finds non-black women to be attractive. But that's what I'm teaching my son. Alright? Some people may agree with it, but that's my son. I'm his dad. Hey, we have a difference of opinion. But we just need to change course, man. It is what it is. Black women are a lost cause. We need to let that planet go around the star and burn up. We need to get in the ship and just go our own way and just say deuces and just cut bait and just cut ties with them. We just need to cut them off.